Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Make Your Mind. This is the latest of my Horror Edition sculpture showcases. Now, I want to do a quick shout out, real quick, to earlier today, by the time I'm recording this, I was actually talking on the general chat of the IG Paradise server from IGP. A lot of really cool people there, gotta say. So if you do want to see, if you do get on Discord and you get on the IG Paradise, I'm sometimes in the general chat. So come by and talk if you want. You'll see me if I'm online. Usually see if I have a chat or anything on there, but that's just a little tick. I am on Discord. I do not have my own server, but who knows? If this audience gets big enough, I may have to make one in the future. So we shall see. But thank you to SCP Guy for inspiring me to start a new chapter in the horror sculpture showcases. You probably heard me say that. I think the name pretty much gives it away. Here, you don't need to sit that far back. There you go. I'm going to be getting into SCPs. I'll be doing some backstory and some other videos. But in the meantime, to see if you guys want to see some SCP sculptures, I actually started working on one in particular. Let me go ahead and pull it back up on here. There we go. Just pulling it up on the wiki real quick. All right, there's the description. There we go. Sorry it took me just a half a second here, but I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and did this video, not only to showcase that, yes, I'm going to be starting making SCP sculptures, but this will be, consider this the very first one. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, viewers and subscribers to the channel, may I present my handmade sculpture of SCP-939. Look at this. This thing is terrifying. Down in the bowels of the containment facility, you find not only just this, but you find multiple of these. This is a Keter class SCP. This thing is extremely dangerous. And according to the wiki, the description, SCP-939 is an endothermic pack-based predator which displays atrophy on various systems similar to troglodytic organisms. The skin of the SCP-939 is highly permeable to moisture and translucent red, owing to a compound chemically similar to hemoglobin, which hemoglobin is found in your blood. SCP-939 averages 2.2 meters tall, standing upright, and weighs an average of 250 kilograms. So it's about the size, it's a little bit bigger than a man. Though weight is highly variable. Each of their 4 limbs end in 3-fingered claws. Their heads are elongated, devoid of even vestigial eyes or eye sockets. It has no eyes at all. Devoid of any... Oh, here we go. And contains no brain casing. It's truly crazy. This thing can't even be found... Like, it doesn't even have a brain, really. But it could be on a different... It's just different. The jaws of the SCP are lined with red, faintly luminescent fang-like teeth, similar to those belonging to specimens of the genus Chaliotis. Up to 6 centimeters in length, the encircled by heat-sensitive pit organs, eye spots sensitive to light and dark run the length of their spined dorsal ridges. These spines may be up to 16 centimeters long and are believed to be sensitive to changes in air pressure and flow. And that's one of the reasons why this creature thrives so well in the dark. That's why you find it in the bowels of the containment facility. The other scary part about this creature is that it has the ability, it can use mimicry to seduce its prey. It will literally make sounds like a human being saying, "Hey, you out there? Hey, is that you? Help! I need help!" The creature will actually say things like that in order to draw its prey in closer, making it think that it is not as it seems. Look at this thing. What I did, if you notice, inside the teeth especially, let's see if the camera will zoom in a little bit. That won't. But the teeth, I actually have mixed a little bit of the white and red, as I did here. I mixed a little bit of the white and red together and then swirled it to give it that sort of that ghastly texture. And the same thing with the claws. All the claws have a little bit of red tint in them as well. Yeah, this thing. And there are multiple of these, by the way. There are many SCP-939s. How many? So far, I think the SCP Containment Breach game, I think there's 3 of them. But in reality, there could even be more than that. Those are just the ones that you actually encounter in the game. Yeah, the SCP Containment Breach game, I haven't followed that game in a very long time. I know that they remade it in the Unity engine, and they also, there's a couple of offshoot games, and there's also a couple of really good animated movies. Like, especially the movie between SCP-079 and SCP-652. That is one of my absolute favorites. I'll leave a link down in the description below to that video. SCP-079 is my absolute favorite. The sentient computer. The sentient 1970s computer. Because it has the text-to-speech voice, and it's a very interesting SCP. But with that, this will be the first of many SCP horror-based sculpture showcases. Starting off with SCP-939. A truly terrifying creature indeed. And once again, if you guys want to see, let's see what SCPs you want to request down in the comments. I will request which ones I can. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to see those videos, don't forget to like this video, and also subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, so you get notified when the next SCP Sculpture Showcase drops. You want to get notified, man. You don't want to miss these next ones. These videos are going to be good. But with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next SCP-based Sculpture Showcase.